Hello everyone, welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to do a mutual fund review. Let me first explain the methodology of the review. We will first list and review the fund on various parameters and rate each parameter by green, yellow or red star. Green star means good performance, yellow star means average performance and red star means below average performance. In the end, based on the total number of green, yellow and red star, you can take a call to buy this fund or not. Please remember, all the fund parameters we are going to discuss here are based on 24th May 2017 data as reference, and we only review regular and growth plans of mutual funds. In this video, we are going to review fund name ICICI Prudential Value Discovery Fund, which is a multi-cap fund launched in 2004. Before going into review, let's understand about fund's objectives. The fund invests primarily in equity stocks and is ideal fund for long-term capital appreciation. It can diversify across industries, economic sectors and companies' market capitalization. Now let's start the detailed review on each parameter. First, the fund belongs to ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund family, which is currently India's biggest fund house in terms of asset under management out of more than 40 fund houses, and was established in 1998. So for being a very large and experienced fund house, we give a green star here. Value Discovery Fund was launched in August 2004, which means it is active for more than 12 years now and has seen all major market ups and downs. So for being a relatively experienced fund, we give it a green star here too. Fund is categorized in multi-cap category as it has flexibility to invest across market capitalization and can increase or decrease share in any company irrespective of its size. Fund was a focused mid-cap fund before 2014 but changed its mandate to become a multi-cap fund due to limited opportunities to invest in mid-cap space. Now moving to next, this fund has a large asset under management of more than 17,000 crores and is second biggest actively managed pure equity fund in India. So this high asset under management speaks volume about fund's consistent performance and investors' trust in funds management, hence deserves a green star. Now let's talk about the Moolah, that is the returns. We will first talk about the trailing returns from 24th May date and then talk about the calendar returns. In trailing returns, we can see the fund has consistently beaten its benchmark index, that is S&P BSE 500 and multi-cap category average across 3 years, 5 and 10 years, but has performed below both of them in last 1 year, but we should ignore these short-term performances. In both 5 years and 10 years trailing returns, fund has beaten both benchmark and category by good margin and is among the top 5 performers in the category. Trailing return performance shows exceptional fund performance in long term. Now looking at calendarized returns in last 10 years, that is from 2007 to 2016, which means returns from 1st Jan to 31st December of a calendar year, we see that there have been one instance when fund was beaten by both benchmark and category average, that is in 2007. This year seems to be a bad year for the fund. And then there were some great performances too, like in 2009, where it gave whopping 134% return, 2010, 12, 13 and 14, where it has beaten both benchmark and category average returns by very good margin. In bad markets of 2008 and 2011, fund's performance was near average only. So looking at this, overall fund's calendar year performance is good and they have beaten both benchmark and category average 6 times out of 10, and that too by some very good margin. So they had some very good years and basically just one bad year, that is 2007. So due to this exceptional performances with just one bad year, but looking at their average bear market performance, we give this parameter 1 green and 1 yellow star. Next important parameter is fund manager. Fund is led by a star fund manager Mrinal Singh as its leader since 2011. He is BE and MBA from SP Gen. He joined ICICI Prudential in 2008 as equity analyst. Mrinal is now Deputy CIO of ICICI Prudential. fund's performance has been very well since joining of Mrinal. Mrinal also manages ICICI Prudential's mid-cap fund since 2011. It is a relatively smaller fund with asset under management of more than 1200 crores. It is a mid-cap and small-cap focused fund, but performance of this fund is near category average only. Mrinal's performance in Value Discovery Fund and his stability with fund house tends us to give a green star on this parameter. Next parameter is top stock holdings of the fund and understanding the fund's diversification. As on 24th May, fund has 40 stocks in portfolio with top 5 contributing close to 39%. Current cash allocation is almost 8% and rest is in equity. Fund doesn't have a great diversification in portfolio with top 5 have a very high allocation. Weightage of these companies is much higher than our benchmark of 25% and hence we give this parameter a red star. Next parameter is sector diversification. Top 3 sectors contribute to close to 47% and fund has pretty good sector diversification with top financial sector having share of only 21% and hence this parameter deserves a green star. Next are expenses. Expense ratio of this fund is 2.14%, which is better than average expense ratio of this category, that is around 2.28%. Exit load of the fund is 1% if investment is redeemed in first 365 days, which is what most multi-caps do. So overall, due to good expense ratio, we give this parameter a green star. Now those who like numbers, let's discuss few important ratios too. Standard deviation, a measure of volatility and risk, is close to benchmark and category, which means it takes similar risk as them. Beta 2 is a measure of risk and is also similar to category. Alpha, which measures the risk adjusted returns. So 10.6 alpha means it can perform 10.6% better than the benchmark. So by taking similar risk, it has higher alpha, that is return potential, than category. So this means this fund is moderate risk and high return profile fund. Last is P ratio of the portfolio, which is 21.1 and lower than the benchmark's PE of around 25.2. So as the fund is moderate risk and high profile fund with good PE, therefore deserves a green star. Few other important info to note about the fund is that it is currently a large cap focused fund and hence has 80% investment in large caps. And this table here shows how rupees 10,000 SIP would have performed in various time frames and prove exceptional fund performance and great returns this fund has given continuously. So if we calculate, we got total 7 green stars, 2 yellow stars and 1 red star, with average performance during bear markets being the major concern. To summarize, ICICI Prudential Value Discovery Fund is a very popular multi-cap fund. Fund has given a close to 22% per annum returns since launch in 2004. Fund has been a consistent performance with only 2007 as a bad year in last 10 years. Fund's long-term performances, that is 5 and 10 years, are among the best in the category. Until mid-2014, fund invested predominantly in small and mid-cap segment. However, since then, this aspect of strategy has undergone a change. The allocation to large cap has increased significantly and now are close to 80% of portfolio. Fund has a skilled and stable fund manager in Mrinal Singh, who joined the fund house as equity analyst. Mrinal specializes in value investing and is also an expert in small and mid cap segment. Value Discovery Fund is a top of the mind equity fund with one of the biggest AUM backed by some great performances. Looking at all the parameters, we believe fund has the ability to give very good returns in long haul. So that is all we have on this fund review. If you have any question, please do write in the comment section below and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more such fund reviews. Have a great time ahead.